fellas, it's been quite a good while since I think we've done any of this reaction style stuff. Usually if I do it, it's because it's on stream, but I kind of woke up a bit late today, so I didn't really feel like streaming that much. But we got a brand new trailer for the final part of Season 3, Act 2 of Season 15, or this whole system is so confusing. Regardless, it's a new trailer made by Fortiche, the fellas who made Arcane, which is great. We got some new stuff from Shinzao, I think, and I believe that ZAAHEN's gonna get revealed, which unfortunately I did see the leak. And unfortunately, as much as I try to mute and block people on Twitter, a lot of people will just post the image even on something like YouTube community posts. That's how I found out about it. In any case, this will be my first reaction to see this, and I'll probably go a little bit of a deep dive as much as I can to see any kind of hidden Easter eggs or details I can find out about this, and see if ZAAHEN is actually gonna look like how I think he's gonna look. Alright.
You do not belong here, Seneschal.
That's him there.
Mortals should not meddle with the power of gods.
Is that what you are?
Me and new show from Fortiche, guys. It's just like,
Gods?
he looks so much better here.
I am not your
Oh,
answer.
there's Otacon. Oh, he's trying to take.
Evil deferred.
Evil does not relinquish power.
See, how would that work? Demon physiology with Darken. How's that even gonna work if they actually combine?
You must have known you could not hide forever.
Nara looks great in this style of Fortiche as well.
No one returns from beyond the veil.
I have seen.
Damn, she looks cool. This is the coolest Nara's ever looked.
Watched as the spirit of the First Lands roared to life.
Okay, we get to see LeBlanc actually do some cool stuff.
Only to see it all burned away in an instant.
I can hear some hits of Jinzao's theme in there.
Yunara has fallen, and the temple's defense.
Well, they wouldn't kill her. There's no way. After all that, they wouldn't kill her. Okay, yeah.
There is no
He
one
would die.
Your power will darken the world, with or without your permission.
You know not what you ask.
I know exactly what I ask. You sacrificed everything to save this world once. Let me
Humans
do the
ahead.
same. I cannot hold him.
There's no way that what's happening is I think what's happening. Because that means I would have been right about some things. I was right. I called it. I fucking called it. He looks weird. Holy, I actually got a prediction right. Oh my god, I'm gonna need to scrub through so many stream VODs to fact check this. Otacon.
Even demons can be undone.
I see the raven. Oh man. Okay. I predicted ages ago when they mentioned that Jin Zhao was getting a new skin to celebrate the season. I thought it was because they're going in the direction that Jin Zhao and ZAAHEN would actually combine, and that would be the skin. While the visual update is there, and ZAAHEN wasn't even the new champion.
Flashback.
No. Wait. The Darken Glaive, and he's the good Darken, and Jin Zhao needs a visual update, and he lost his spear, and his spear's broken. Wait a second. You guys are piecing the puzzle together the same moment I am, right? Basically, same kind of weapon. He needs a visual update. It would add the new Darken to the game, and he's a good Darken, so he wouldn't, like, corrupt Jin Zhao. The thing is, we know that Darken with Varus, right? We can have Jin Zhao and this other guy coexist at the same time. He doesn't have to overtake him fully. Jin Zhao. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
End of flashback.
It was kind of cool that Zolani would end up being the new champion, but it seems they did gotta go in that direction. Jin Zhao is now the host body for ZAAHEN, which means that Jin Zhao is dead, which would explain why he's absent in Mage Seeker. And it would explain the visual update why they went with a design that's him more when he was a soldier in Demacia and not the modern one, or one after he comes back from Ionia, and also why that the timeline takes place that it's not him returning to Ionia, even though it made sense that he would exile himself to Ionia after the king died, but it just means that he's not present for the king, which means he did abandon the king. And Jarvan. Both Jarvans. He abandoned them both. I guess for the people who don't know, when a Darken takes over a host body, the host body is gone. That is just ZAAHEN now. This design is really... He's not blue, which granted that's because it was from the weird screenshot, but usually they're a much more twisted and contorted version. Granted, he's got all the spikes and stuff on him. He's got a third eye here, sort of. I think it's more meant to be symbolic of the medallion. And this getup looks way more similar to the one that was shown in the comic. You know what ZAAHEN feels like to me? It's gonna sound like really weird, but he feels like we got Seraphine, where we got advertised a very different version of this character for the longest time, and people were getting excited for that version of the character. In this case, it was the Ascended version, the bird form of ZAAHEN. And if I'm gonna put money on it, that version of ZAAHEN, the bird form, is gonna be a skin, which means we're gonna have to pay money for the design that was advertised to us all this time, and I don't... Although, I think I might be even more upset if we don't get that design at all. Oh, you know what? I was just saying that I think that the bird form is going to be a skin. I bet this is going to be the skin, actually. They're not going to give the bird form at all. It's probably just going to be the more human design because he's more of a human-looking guy in the final design. I guess I'd be okay with that, but man, does it feel like Rito video games is allergic to monster character. I wonder if this is going to be a Varus situation, though, where Varus is technically Varus, Kai, and Valmar all fused together, but that's a unique situation where it was 3 people fused into one body, or technically 2 hosts with one Darken. This is still 1 host, 1 Darken. Maybe altered by the demon magic. I imagine it's gonna be more leaning towards purely ZAAHEN, but the body looks way more like Jin Zhao than ZAAHEN does. There's no bird features at all. I guess it is technically not fair to say that because the Darken bodies, Aatrox is the only one who makes a concerted effort to try and mimic the original form he had. You know, otherwise why would Neferi be a dog? She wasn't a dog ascended. But on the whole, the Darken don't really represent what they looked like before, so I get it, but also he's so human looking that's is that the appeal of Darken? For me personally, not so much. There's a stark absence of red for most of his design, though. I guess he has the wings. They're not even very bright red, though. More of a bronze than anything. Is that symbolic of Demacia? Because Demacia is all silver and gold, so then you have that tainted, and now it's down to bronze. Maybe I'm making leaps here. We'll have to see how it looks in game fully, but in terms of the design, I'm not really a huge fan of it. I am very happy I got a prediction right, though, even if it wasn't exactly the way that I thought it was going to be.
A dub is a dub is a dub is a dub.
It's also interesting because I don't think we still know what LeBlanc was even doing with Otacon and ZAAHEN. She was trying to fuse the two together to enhance Otacon even more. Because Otacon was a tool, or, well, I mean, yeah, he was a tool, but was in the service of Mordecai Mordekaiser for the longest time. There's quite a few other demons that were under Mordekaiser's here. Tabalk, for a prime example, as the demon inside Annie's teddy bear. So even though she tried to use the power of the Darken weapon plus a demon, managed to be overcome just by Jin Zhao and ZAAHEN working together. And I guess ZAAHEN reluctantly taking over the host body? But I guess it also means because if they're trying to fuse Otacon to ZAAHEN, it means that Darken can't overtake demon physiology, which I guess we don't know how much we have to go off for in LOR, because LOR does some weird stuff. They take over Wuju Masters, and Balkux is a Bandle tree, which doesn't even have blood for the blood magic. And I think Pra takes over a spirit, which Pra is canon now, fully anyway. Pretty sure they showed up in Yunara's biography, but LeBlanc just seems okay with it. Otacon's dead, but she's still smiling, like she won still? I think that's because she knows that demons can be killed. She knows now she can remove Realm from the equation, and therefore can remove Swain from the equation, which would be a massive advantage to her. Yunara looks great in this cinematic though. This is the best she's looked. Shinzo also looks, he looks so much older here too, on the older side, whereas in the League model they still made him so much younger looking. And you could have a little streak of gray hair all you want, but it doesn't change the face of your face. Looks like you're in your mid-20s. It's kind of hard to believe that your guy is like in his late 40s, early 50s. I wonder what this is gonna do for the next season as well, because if Otacon's dead, is he gonna stay as a jungle camp, or are they gonna replace him with something new? I mean, if they have the new season, they have the season of Targon, they're gonna replace him with some smaller celestial dragon or something, or they're gonna have some new demon introduced of some sort. It is very strange that we've gone this whole time now with all these champions in League that stay around forever and there's no stakes, but now Jace is dead, Victor's dead, Mbessa's dead, Heimerdinger, who knows? Jin Zhao is absolutely 100% dead, unless again they try to incorporate him to a voice line somehow and they kept his spirit alive within ZAAHEN to some regard. There's stakes though. It's not even just Arcane. It kind of opens up the floodgates. Any moment now, we could have characters that die. Even Jin Zhao's a brand new character in a way that he got visually updated, right? In a manner of speaking, this newest version of Jin Zhao that we've barely had in the game for that long, he's dead. See, like there's no way that he's alive after that. That's definitely Jin Zhao dying. That's his soul fading away, so that's ZAAHEN. Yeah, he's holding the spear. He's definitely taking up the new mantle. He is the mind of the body now. So I wonder what the markings up here are supposed to be. This almost looks like the hilt of Rel's lance, because this is definitely Realm up here. And we know that Rel's gonna appear to have some kind of new importance to the narrative because she's an honorary Medarda now, even though I don't agree with that whole retcon. But this could be Riven's Blade or something. It's hard to tell with the way that the markings are illustrated, right? They're almost kind of, they remind me of a more metallic, kind of pseudo-organic look. Almost looks like Realm's wing has formed a shield here. There's clearly big bird feet, even though the thing is supposed to be swinging because the eyes are there. I'm not sure what this is supposed to be. If you fellas know what it is, let me know. Just a whole bunch of theory card. I'm sure there's plenty of stuff I missed, but what do you fellas think of the new trailer? If you want to see more reaction stuff like this when new trailers come out, let me know. And I'm gonna go lie down. My back hurts.